Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lena Small Talk. How are you? How is everyone doing on this beautiful Tuesday? I'm so excited about our show today. We have a wonderful guest. Her name is Janine Taylor. I'm so excited to have her here. Hello, Janine. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, and you?
So great. I am so thankful for you being on the show today. She's going to be on here and she's going to be talking about her nonprofit organization, everyone. So sit back and let's enjoy this show. So, Janine, tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, first off, thank you for having me on this show. I'm
Yeah.
definitely jumping out of my comfort zone, but
Oh,
thank you for the platform to be able to share my story.
amen.
So, like she said, my name is Janine Taylor. I am here in Youngstown, Ohio. I am the mother of three beautiful girls. I'm also a licensed hairstylist of 10 years. And just of 2 years, I became a birth doula, which we'll talk later on in the show. And
Okay.
I'm also a nonprofit founder of an organization called Justice for Joy, NICU Love and Support. So that is my busy life.
Wow, so awesome. And yeah, three girls. And I didn't know, now that part I didn't know about the doula. So we're definitely going to talk about that. So can you tell us who Joy is and what Justice for Joy is about?
Yes. So Joy, Justice Joy is my youngest daughter. I had her back in 2017. I had a pretty easygoing pregnancy. There was talks of me maybe terminating my pregnancy due to her maybe having Turner syndrome, and we wouldn't be able to find that out until birth. So I gave birth to her June 7th, 2017. She was about 2 weeks early, still a healthy weight, still healthy. She was born with extreme jaundice. So that was our only minor setback, and no Turner syndrome, no Down syndrome, no anything like that. And from there, she was life fleeted to Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, which was about an hour and 30 minutes away from my house. And from there, from that stage, she developed an infection called omphalitis, and that is an
Mm.
infection of the umbilical cord. The doctors were able to catch that before it went into her bloodstream, but so there were a series of IVs that we had to do, and her blood work was done like almost every 2 hours after the IV was running. So that during that stay, we stayed about 23 days. Yeah, 23 days in a NICU, and that whole time I was away from both my kid's father and two of my girls back here in Youngstown.
Wow. And I remember coming up to Youngstown, you invited me to an event and you were sharing that what motivated you to do this is when you're there, you don't have things, and you provide things for women who are there with their children who are in the NICU. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so God gave me this vision a month after us returning home. It came clear as day to me in my dream. During my stay there, I didn't have a lot of support. I was kind of like standoffish a little bit in my own way, but during my stay in the hospital, I didn't have much support from the hospital staff. I didn't have a caseworker. I had to find my own hotel. The Ronald
Mm.
McDonald's house was closed for the weekend, and I couldn't get in touch with anybody to get me started with that to get housing. So I kind of like had to find my way in a city that I was not familiar with at all. I didn't receive much help with breastfeeding, and the only person that helped me out of the whole entire staff was a black janitor, and she helped me to breastfeed, and she showed me different tricks and tips. So from just that, after leaving the hospital, it was kind of like bittersweet. I was sad that I was leaving so many other mothers there that I was still trying to wait for their time to be discharged, and I was happy to be able to go home. But after the month later, it was just weighing on my heart to start an organization to give back to the moms who may have felt like how I felt, alone, confused, scared, depressed, still in pain from giving birth. And so I
Mm.
just wanted to bring some type of joy, which is my daughter's middle name, to the lives of those families that were in the NICU.
Wow, that's awesome. So when you first started your organization, did you how did you go? Let's go back. So did you just put things together yourself and took them to the hospital, or did you just how did you do it? Like,
So I thought about the care package. The care package is one of our big items that we ship off to the hospital, and you can also go onto our website to request one. So the care packages includes toothbrush, toothpaste, comb and
Mm.
brush, body wash, lotion, Vaseline, water, snacks, crossword books and puzzles, pen, a journal. Those were some of the items that my dad, who was a truck driver, after getting off the road, he drove another hour and 30 minutes to me. He took me to the nearest CVS. And I had to buy all these things because I didn't know when I was going home. When you're in the NICU, there's no discharge date. You just live hour by hour, day by day,
Mm.
week by week. So, and then we had a gift shop there, but the gift shop was so expensive. I remember it was like $12 for one pair of socks, and
Wow.
everything was so high. So we went to the nearest CVS and I collected all the items that I need. I even bought some socks, some extra pants, some extra t-shirts. What else? I had snacks. I just had to make home in the hospital because I had no idea when we were returning home. So we kind of put our bags similar to what the needs that I didn't have in the hospital, and I packed those bags to capacity. I want to make
Wow.
sure I'm sending a lot of love, support in those bags when we ship them out.
Wow. And so are these just for people who live in Ohio, Youngstown, or you ship all over?
So originally, I just wanted to do Ohio and Pittsburgh, but I have gotten calls from Columbus,
Wow.
Sandusky, Atlanta, all over. So
Wow.
I didn't want to limit to just Youngstown and Pittsburgh. If there's a need somewhere in another state, we're going to ship it out to another state.
Wow, that is awesome. Can you tell them the name of the website to go look up?
Yes, yep. It's Justice, JUSTICE, the number 4, and Joy is JOI.
I'll put that up, you guys, before we end. That is so awesome that you, and that's from experience. You know, a lot of times we need to take our experience in life, like with me being adopted and being in foster care. That's how Lena came about. We need to take our experiences and have a heart to share with others. You know, so you had a heart to share with the mothers because of your experience. You know, so sometimes I tell people, God gives us our journey so we can share it with others and be a blessing. So, tell me about this Justice for Joy Day that you had in Ohio, and everything was green. I remember that.
Also, September, was it the event that you came to?
No, I missed your. Yeah, I came up there, but I was leaving. I didn't get to catch everything turning green at
Oh,
downtown.
okay. So September is NICU Awareness Day, Awareness Month, and all
Okay.
month they celebrate the health professionals. They celebrate the grandparents who play a major role in the NICU, even the siblings who get left behind while their parents are taking care of the baby in the hospital.
Wow.
They celebrate infant loss for those who may have lost their babies during the NICU. And then
Oh.
on September 30th is the last day. And that day, I was able to turn our lights on downtown Youngstown green. So the color green represents the NICU Awareness Month. And we also got a proclamation from the mayor that day that September 30th is NICU Awareness Day in Youngstown, Ohio. So we're trying to do the same thing. We got approved again to turn the lights down green, and now we're trying to work on other businesses and organizations to just wear green and post up on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, that is so awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. The connection and just the heart that you have for doing this for these women. So how old is the nonprofit? Is what? How many years?
So we're celebrating 5 years next month.
Wow, that's
Joy will be
awesome.
5 years old on June 7th, and so we are celebrating 5 years as a nonprofit organization.
That is awesome. And how's it going? Because I know nonprofits, it's rough sometimes.
It's rough. It's a lot of work, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the process. I'm getting to learn the business part of it.
Oh,
I'm
good.
loving the connection, the network. I didn't. If you would have told me this years ago, I would have said no. Even talking right now, I would have said no. That wouldn't be me. But it's funny how God just has a plan for your life, and there's
Yeah.
just no way around that. So, but it's going good. I'm enjoying the process, growing as a person, growing as a business person, as
Yeah.
a founder, and just meeting new people and hearing the stories. Every NICU story is different, and hearing everyone's story is just so amazing. So
That's so awesome. Now, I heard you mention that you were a doula. Can you tell us about?
yeah. So about maybe 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, I seen an article with Erica Badu, and I didn't know that she was a birth doula, and so she
Oh,
helps mothers during the labor process and before and after the postpartum care with their birth journey. And I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. I didn't really have to be a doctor or a midwife or anything like that. There's no medical advice or anything like that involved. We're just simply there to support the family during their birthing journey. So during the pandemic, everything was all online. Any classes that she wanted to take were online. And I took advantage of Mama Glow, who is stationed in New York. I did both courses with her, the
wow.
pre-pregnancy, the postpartum care, and the birth, labor and delivery program with her. And I became a birth doula. I haven't actually been in the hospital yet because now they're starting to let doulas back in, but I have supported mothers before the birth and after the birth, which postpartum care is very, very important. And I stress that you need extra care after having a baby.
That is so you have your plate full. And you also how I met you is through Jack and Jill.
Yes.
So can you tell us for some those who might not know what Jack and Jill is, can you tell us?
Yeah, so Jack and Jill is the African American Mothers organization, is nationally known. We create programs that our Black children wouldn't be able to get anywhere else. So a
Mm,
group of mothers range from about 20 to 100, 200 within a chapter, create programs each and every month for our children to just engage, to learn, to educate them, and get them participating in community activities and things like that. So it's a wonderful, busy organization.
wow. Now are you still doing that too?
So I had took a leave, but I am joining back in this coming season in about a
Oh
month.
wow,
Yeah.
yes. So you're definitely so busy. Well, the work that you're doing, I mean, I love to get um people on here who have organization, who has vision. You know, we're a small, small organizations are really not heard on a big platform. But all it takes is just to keep, like you said, keep connecting. I'm encouraging you to keep connecting, keep reaching out, and that's what I have to do. It's almost like you have to just, no matter what it looks like, just keep pushing because you might get
Yes.
that one person that sees what you're doing, believes in what you're doing, and will, you know, I know donate or
Yeah.
help you with this. And that's how I look at it because a lot of times we're in this and there's 100 other organizations and people are giving to their favorite organizations or people are supporting their what they want to support. I'm finding that the best support is people I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for you, but
Yeah.
that me too. I'm finding out I am meeting new people that like I'm on TikTok and a lot of people say, well, you on TikTok? Well, I'm on TikTok because I also follow agencies and different people who adopted foster care and stuff. So there have been people on TikTok that have brought books or I support Lena or brought a t-shirt here and there. So I don't know if you're on TikTok, but just kind of advertise on all your social medias because we're living in a time where everything is about social media.
Yeah.
Because I know I never wanted to get on TikTok. I mean, I was like, oh no, I don't want to get on there. That's what people get on there and dance, and
Right.
that's what I thought. But now I'm seeing that a lot of businesses are on there now,
Yes.
and you can meet people through that. So that's something you could be encouraged with about the NICU because I'm sure if you go on there, there's going to be a page just for that.
And there is.
Oh, okay. See, there is. See,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So that's how I connect with people. And then you start following them, they'll start following you back. And then as they see your name all the time, then somebody might ask. But yeah, you're doing a great job. I mean, I'm really proud. When I met you, I was like, wow, she's doing so much. And we need more of us. We need more of you. I'm not gonna say us, but we need more of you. People who just see the need, feel the need, And you know, as a nonprofit, we give more than we receive.
Yep, we do.
Yeah, so we give more than we receive. A lot of times people don't understand that. That's why we need support,
Yeah.
because we're given from our homes or our own pocket
Yep.
to support our vision. And so it's so important, you guys, to, support other agencies, support other nonprofits. And sometimes we go to the movies and the movies cost $20, or by the time you buy popcorn, take that $20 one day and support a nonprofit, because Janine can tell you it's very hard to keep these businesses going.
Yes.
It's very hard. So how's Joy now? You said Joy is 5 and
Joy is her name. She is a joy to be around. She's sassy. She's bossy. She's so talented. She's so sweet,
wow,
outgoing. Everything, everything that joy means, that is what she is. So I
wow,
couldn't find a better name for her. We didn't know what name we wanted. It was either Justice or Joy. By the time I got done giving birth, I might just put the names together and let's go on home. I'm tired, so we just put Justice Joy together, and it has
wow.
the name of the organization, which has a strong meaning to it. So, but
It
she
does.
is alive and well.
That is what. Now, can you? How many pounds did she weigh?
So she was a perfect weight. So
Okay,
she's about 6 pounds.
but
So
she
she
just had.
wasn't premature, and that's what I wanted to say too. A lot of people think that when you go
Yes.
to the NICU that you are premature or born early. So that is one way that you're in the NICU, and the other way is if you're sick from birth. So she was sick from birth. Some people may have trouble breathing, or the babies may have trouble breathing, and other complications that can land you into the NICU. So it's not necessarily that the baby was premature, but the baby was sick from birth as well.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm glad you shared that, because
Yeah.
when you think of NICU, you thinking the baby was premature.
No.
So that's okay. That's good. So now, how was your other pregnancies? The other two girls were fine when you had them?
So my first one, I had preeclampsia, so I gave birth to her almost 2 weeks early, and she was 5 pounds. All my girls are born in June. I have my oldest is June,
Wow.
my middle one is June 13th, and the baby is June 7th. So
Wow.
the first one I had preeclampsia, which is I had high blood pressure during pregnancy. The middle one was perfect. I gave birth to her at a birthing center, so on a bed, almost like a home birth. So she
Oh,
was
wow.
super breezy. She was 8 pounds. And then Justice, I was preeclampsia again, and I had high blood pressure. So
Wow.
I still deal with the high blood pressure. It's controlled now, but yeah, during pregnancy it spikes up, and it's very dangerous during pregnancy.
Oh, wow. Were you the one of the mothers that had to get on bed rest?
So I didn't have to get on bed rest. I was so high that when I my last two appointments for both Justice and Jace, my oldest, I went straight to the hospital. I went in for a visit, and I couldn't even drive home. Someone had to pick me up because that's how severe my blood pressure was.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was at risk of having a stroke and a seizure. I couldn't have any lights on. Any lights would trigger me into having a seizure. I couldn't have any visitors. Yeah, it was a rough journey.
Oh, wow. But look at God now,
Yeah.
and you're done. You don't want any more.
Nope.
You got your girls and you got
Yeah.
your, yeah, that is awesome. And thank God that you're alive. You're okay,
Yeah.
because a lot of times we don't talk about mothers who lose their life during birth.
Right.
And we don't talk about that number, but it's a high
It
number.
is. In the Black community, the infant mortality rate is very high. Just in my community alone, it's very high. So, as an organization and as a doula, our goal now is to promote healthy living and healthy lifestyle so we can birth healthy babies and have a healthy community. Our health is everything, and we need to start taking that way serious than what we do.
Yeah, I agree, because I'm trying. I said, Lord, I got to exercise. I got to
Yeah.
get back on track. And a lot of times my problem is sugar, and a lot of times, if anybody don't know that, sugar is horrible for you. Sugar is not good for your body, but we love sweets and we love sugar, and it's kind of not good for you at all.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't tell anybody to cut it completely out, but it has to be a balance. But if
Yeah.
you're eating sugar every day, yeah, I got to get better. And as we age, especially Black women and men, we don't live sometimes as long as Caucasians.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you might go outside, you see them jogging, you see them in the gym, you see them, and we're at work.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm being honest, we're
No.
working, and then when we get out of work, we don't want to cook, so we'll go grab something that's not healthy because we're tired and we don't want to come home and cook. And then guess what? We're starting to do that to our children.
Yes. Yes.
Our kids know, they're starting to know every restaurant because mommy doesn't want to cook, so we're going to go to McDonald's. Mommy doesn't want to cook, so we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. And they don't even know what real home cooking is. And then if you do cook the food, they don't want it
Nope.
because their taste buds have adjusted to eating out. Now,
Yep.
when we were younger, I don't know about you, I'm a little older than you, but when we were younger, we had to eat what was put on the plate.
Yep. I tell my kids that all the time. I didn't have a choice.
No, we ate it, and if we didn't like it, we sat there until
Yep.
it was gone. And we didn't. My mom didn't stop at fast. Oh, we lost her. Oh gosh. Okay, guys. Don't know what happened, but hopefully she'll jump back on. So we were talking with Janine Taylor, life after the NICU. Somehow she disappeared. So let's hope that she come back on and we can finish up. So something must have happened on her end. So I want to thank you all while she's gone until she comes back, just for coming on here and supporting. I think we got her back. Hold on. Well, we lost you for a minute. We were like, where is she? But I told everybody you were coming back. We have difficulties sometimes people. So, that's the nature of technology. So, but we're glad you're back, and we have a couple of more minutes. I was seeing if we had any questions. Um, if anybody wanted to ask you any questions. So, last question that I have is, do you go around speaking on Justice for Joy, or you just
So
yeah, how does that, are you
I have been asked to speak
okay?
for Joy, basically or mainly on mental health. So recently I became public with my own mental health. Even after the NICU, because after the NICU I developed anxiety. Certain phone calls, if someone would call me back to back, that increased my anxiety because
Wow.
situation where the doctors were calling me back home to let me know that Justice had an infection and that she could pass away. So certain phone calls trigger that. So just being more open with my mental health gave me some opportunities to and platforms to talk about mental health and Justice for Joy, which mental health is another a subject that is dear to my heart as well. And this week we just finished up mental health for the NICU for the week. So
Wow.
they do the different states and different organizations do honor NICU Awareness Month. I mean NICU Awareness Mental Health Week, and so we just wrapped up that week as well. So yeah, just being more vocal about my own mental health and how I'm doing to cope with it and how I'm managing it brought me some opportunities to mention Justice for Joy as well. So
That is awesome that you said mental health. That's what my husband does, and he owned a mental health agency, but he doesn't have it anymore. But he's still in the field. And
okay,
mental health. And I'm just gonna say this about, it's not let me just be clear. It's not a race thing, but for us, our people, we feel like we can handle things on our own, and we don't need to. My husband was on a show last week with our pastor, and they talked. It was about men going for mental health, and like we feel like we're strong and we don't need. But let me tell you something. It is a lot of suicide going on. It is a lot of in our Black children, in our adults,
yes,
and we don't want to talk to somebody. And let me tell you something. I feel everyone has a bit of mental health.
yeah,
I don't think none of us is free from none of that because I too suffer from depression sometimes. And it can come out of nowhere. Sometimes you just don't even know, anxiety and we try to people try to self-diagnose themselves. And that's why you have so many people on drugs, alcohol, and when you get done with all that stuff, it's still there.
Yep.
And we feel like we don't need to talk to anybody. One of my best friends from Ohio, Rhonda Brown, that I grew up with, she committed suicide. And I moved down here with her, and no signs. I didn't even see it coming. And the night before she committed suicide, me and my husband were renewing our vows, our 10-year anniversary. And she gave me a nice big old party at her house. All my friends came. It was really beautiful. We had a wonderful time. The next day I got the phone call that she had committed suicide. Now, when I tell you, so I'm just telling everyone, it's okay to have problems and things that you go through. Please get with somebody. Don't hold that stuff in. Talk to somebody. That's why we need, sometimes they say it takes a village to raise children.
Yes.
So we need a village too, as parents and as mothers and as women, as we work. We need a village. Get around some positive women that has your back, that supports you, and that you can talk to, because suicide is a silent killer.
It is.
And and depression and all that stuff is real. And I don't know why people think, and now I'm noticing that a lot of stars are coming out with that they suffer from it.
Yeah.
Taraji, she had a show that she talked about her depression. Tamar Braxton going through what she went through. So many more. Regina King's son, committed suicide. So, and one thing I can say is therapy is okay, y'all.
Yes.
Therapy is okay. So I know a lot of times we don't feel like, and for us, we always say, well, I don't want nobody knowing my business. That's
No, not healthy. I go every Tuesday.
Girl, I need to find me one, because I'm telling you, it is so. And do you agree therapy is healthy?
Therapy is very healthy. I was too against it until I hit rock bottom, and I'm like, okay, I got to make some type of changes in my lifestyle, or I don't know which way this is going to go. So I've been going since January, and I go every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, and it's helping. It's helping me to get my thoughts together and out of my own head.
There you go.
Right that way. I knew one of my kids were going to pop up.
Hey, hi. Is that Joy?
Yes.
Hi, Joy. We're on this show talking about you, girl. Nice to meet you. Oh. So so I'm so glad you said that, because that is so important, because you said the right word. We always in our head. I'm always in my head.
Always.
But also through prayer.
Yes.
And
yes,
just going before the Lord. And I mean, I literally talk to God like He is right here, like my father. I'd be like, God, Daddy, you gotta show me what to do. You gotta show me how to live this thing out, and
there's no perfect prayer. Just talk.
Just talk. And that's what people don't realize. You just talk to I just be talking. People, I think I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to God.
That's me.
Yeah, I'll be like, Lord, what you go? Lord, send me this. Lord, Lord, just help me get through this day. Different things and things that I deal with, and things, and when you have children, you have to take on their stuff. You have to take on them, and then look at the schools. You scared to send your kids to school? Can you imagine just sending the people in Buffalo and the people where the shooting happened with the children? It's just like, come on. In Texas, Texas for the children.
Yes.
Or us just being scared to go to the grocery store.
Yep, I had moments like that too. I've jumped a couple of times. Paranoid.
My husband and I, we went to the grocery store the other week. It was like last week after that thing happened. And a guy was there. It was so hot outside. He was in a full. He had a hoodie on with his hat on, with his hood on. He had this heavy coat on, and he had a duffel bag. And I would have never probably would have looked at that until that grocery store thing happened.
Yeah.
So I told my husband, I was like, "Look, what's going on with him?"
Yeah.
So it's making us, I don't know if he didn't do anything, but I'm just saying. But it's making us now say, "Hold up, this ain't normal. It's 90 degrees out. Why he got a hoodie on? Or what's in that duffel bag?"
Yeah.
So now we have to, we don't want to walk in fear, but
it's human. We're just being human. We have feelings, but yeah, we definitely don't want to walk in fear. Somehow, some way, we just got to get through this together as a community, as a nation, together.
right. And so I'm so thankful that you came on and stepped out of your comfort zone a little bit today and shared with us about what you do and how they can follow you. Is on your Now, what is your Instagram name?
Everything is Justice for Joy, all one word. JUSTICE, the number 4, and Joy is JOI.
Guys, I'm gonna when I'm off here, I'm gonna go and put it in the comments and put it on my page so you guys can follow her. Justice for Joy. Do you have on your page? Can people donate or
Yes. You can donate through our website. We have an option where you can donate through there. Yes, it's through PayPal, so everything is safe and secure.
Okay, yeah, because come on, people. I say this every week I'm on here. We have to start supporting one another. We really do. If it was something that we wanted to do or go out to dinner, and a lot of times people just don't know it doesn't take much to support. And not only giving money, sharing pages, because I always say it might be something your friends might be interested, but maybe you're not. So if you like and share her page, somebody might need her. And that's the importance of sharing, the importance of sharing and liking is that somebody else might need it.
Yes.
You might not need it. Somebody might need Justice for Joy. They might know somebody that needs a basket. So we're so thankful that you're on here. I'm praying blessings for your business.
Thank you.
For being a doula and getting back out here now that COVID is lifted, and just all that you do. And Jack and Jill and everything, and how you supported me and invited me to your event.
Yes.
I'm grateful and I'm thankful for that. I got to meet some people and connect with some people. So thank you for being on the show, and hope to see you again and with you and see what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And thank you for everything that you do as well. So right back at you.
Thank you. And share this so your people can see you.
Okay.
See what you do. So you can go on any of the platforms and you can share the video. And like I said, you can go back and watch it and you can keep it for yourself.
Okay. I will do that.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody. Thank you.
Hey, but we only 2 people.